Happy to take questions.
Last night you said that my opponents think it's still okay to make fun of someone's name in their advertising. That's a matter for them. Do you find that ad racist? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm suggesting that a number of people, including people mentioned it to me last night, people who have ethnic names of my age or perhaps a bit younger, certainly older, had people make fun of their names at school. That's what happened. And people have raised it with me in the Italian community that they're concerned about it.
Mr. Albanese.
Sure, Greg.
You've campaigned a lot and you've been very critical of the government for lacking transparency. Things like Friday night announcements.
Sure.
And you said this is what you're going to bring back into politics. You've waited to the last day to release your costings. You're holding a press conference before these costings are released. And so it's also late in the last day. And you spent weeks either initially denying that deficits would be higher under Labor and then just not commenting on it. Can you now confirm that deficits will be higher under Labor? And doesn't this show that you're just another politician?
Not at all. Our policy costings are being released at exactly the same time as the coalition, when in opposition, released their costings. At the same time, in the same time frame, they'll be released.
That's been your campaign. You said you'll be better.
That's another question. The truth is that in terms of our costings, I've said repeatedly during this campaign that we would release all of our costings in the usual way, at the usual time, and that's what we're doing.
Mr. Albanese, you've had several of your own personal mistakes during this campaign. If you win on Saturday, how will you cope with the pressure of government?
I hope that I have the opportunity to form a government on Saturday. At the end of the last government, at various times, on 2 occasions I acted as Prime Minister, but at the end of the last government I was Deputy Prime Minister, Minister for Infrastructure, Transport and Regional Development, Minister for Communications and the Digital Economy, and Leader of the Government in the House of Representatives in a minority parliament. I did okay. We've been through a 6-week campaign. There hasn't been a single criticism raised by the government of anything I did in those positions.
Childcare, you say it's all about productivity.
So just behind you and then to you.
Mr. Albanese, on the ABC radio this morning you said Australia's borders are closed. They're not closed. What do you mean by that?
The borders were closed. The borders were closed, and I was asked a question about skills shortages, and one of the things that business say is that they were impacted by the fact that the borders were closed, and indeed people who were here on temporary visas were told to leave. That's had an impact on our labour market.